Welcome to another FafNir guide. Today is about the advanced guide for branded. If you haven't checked the beginner's guide, check out this guide link in the top right there in description. Keep in mind that this guide is based on my own experience playing branded myself. So if there's something missing, please let us know in the comments section. Also, I only focus on a generic play of branded in competitive scene. If you want to see branded deck in full capabilities, you can check out my previous one-year-old branded guide. All of the combo there are still used till this day, even the puppet lock combo, which are replaced with Requiem lock nowadays. So there are a lot of different variant of branded in diamond and above rank scene. We got basic 40 to 45 list, 60 card pile list, branded AZAMINA engine list, which are currently my favorite variant. There's also a branded tier elements list, which I covered long time ago, and I plan to revisit this list since branded fusion is getting semi-limited now. Even though they are different, the basic game plan is still the same: get Mirror Jade on the field ASAP. With some of the recent update in this year, branded have several off-archetype support that really benefit branded so much. For example, Light and Darkness Dragon Lord, or we can call it Lad Dragon.
Introducing Untap.gg, an awesome companion app for any online trading card games like Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, even Hearthstone. It has so many great features that are very helpful. Tracking cards for your deck in real time, listing cards in both grave in real time. It also reminds you how many summons both of you and your opponents done, and many more. But the best feature that this app offers, it can automatically build your deck in mere seconds. Just copy any deck list from Untap website, or you can also copy a YDKE list from any other source. Click this green button down there and let the app do the work. So what are you waiting for? Use my referral link and download Untap.gg right now.
Without further talking, let's get into the combo section. Basic 40 to 45 deck list. Let's start from the current advanced branded setup that you can use in any variant. Light and Darkness Dragon setup. This is the setup that I encourage to aim every time you get branded fusion on hand. Branded fusion plus 1 dark monster. You can also do this combo with 1 Aluber, since Aluber is also a dark monster that can be used for fusion summoning later on. Keep in mind that you need to be careful. If you play a lot of trigger effects hand traps like Ash, Droll, and Dominus cards, and also have them on your hand, I would suggest not to summon Lad Dragon too early and use those trigger hand traps first. Because Lad Dragon is a mandatory Omni-negate, you have no choice but to negate every card that activated, including yours, while this card is face up on the field. And if your opponent managed to negate Lad with Droplet or Imperm, it will keep activating the negate even though it's negated, making every effects that opponent activate is chain blocked by your Lad Dragon, and you can't respond with your hand traps. With that, here's Lad Dragon setup with Aluber plus Cardisia. This setup allows you to take out Lad Dragon after it's no longer usable, to free you up from any chain block and adding more disruption layer. Also, resummoning Mirror Jade back to field will refresh its banishing effect. Next, a 60 cards list. There's not much I can show about this list. Basically, it's just a branded deck that have a lot of extender, so they can sustain in a longer duel since branded is considered a control deck. The thing is, it really lacking when going second. Sure, you had Super Poly or Forbidden Droplet in the list, but another problem is, because it's a 60 cards, it lower your chances to open hand traps or going second cards. If you are still new to branded, I don't recommend to build this version until you have enough budget and branded cards in your arsenal, and also get used to how branded deck works. This next advanced setup is Sanctifier Requiem Lock setup. This is a Floodgate combo that you can use if you want to challenge Max C, but like all Floodgate doesn't mean there's no escape for them. Especially for today's meta, FIENDSMITH and Bestial both are level 6 monsters. They can just tribute summon Requiem and they free from the lock, or you can just wait until they do any normal summon and then summon Requiem after. Here is the basic combo of it. Some more advanced combo of it, Aluber plus Cardisia. You can also do the combo with one Aluber, but then it requires 2 more cards in your arsenal. The second Granguinal and branded sword trap cards. I remind you again that this is a very dangerous setup. It can be simply shut down with Called by the Grave or other card-like bestials. So I suggest to bring some more monster hand trap to bait it if you decide to run this setup. Before we get into my favorite variant, you can also summon Red Eyes Dark Dragoon with this deck, a fusion monster that used to be banned long time ago. Do you remember this from Beginner's Guide video? We're gonna use it to summon Dragoon. These 2 cards is all you need to bring. Here is the combo. and this is the basic 1-card Aluber to Dragoon combo. If you have a Cartesia on your hand, this is how you extend the combo. Another starter variant. Alright, next is going to be branded AZAMINA, my favorite one. Instead of building 60 cards list, I recommend to build this variant instead. I know that the engine are full of ultra rare cards, but it's way more fun and still able to compete in rank against most meta deck. If you know nothing about AZAMINA, it's basically similar to Adventurer back in the day. If you know nothing about Adventurer, it's basically a weaker version of FIENDSMITH. If you still know nothing about FIENDSMITH, you can check my guide here. So basically it led us to summon an Omni-Negate monster as early as possible before we start doing our branded combo. Our deadly choke point is when branded fusion effects is negated, most of the time by our nemesis, this ultra-wide forehead zombie girl. So we use AZAMINA to make sure that branded fusion activated successfully. And what's make it better, we can recycle the negate back for later use. Here is the basic AZAMINA combo. 1.5 card Diabell Star. Make sure to toggle on, or else this next chain won't happen at all. Deception plus any monster. Well, actually, you can just summon Sylvia directly if you are under max C, but this basic line will give you one more draw. So if you are bricking, let's hope that this one card draw is your life savior. From here, you can just start your branded combo safely. There's also a branded lost line if you start with any AZAMINA starter. As you can see, Hallowed AZAMINA is counted as fusion summon that can trigger branded lost to add your branded starter, which is Kit. Next is AZAMINA into Verte line, which takes so much resources from hand, but at least it's the best way to summon Mirror Jade when you are bricking so hard. 2.5 card Diabellstar Verte line. .5 card Deception Verte line. Alright, that's all for the combo section. If you wanted to see how branded AZAMINA performs, you can check out this video, link in the description. And here is tips and tricks that you don't want to miss out. First things first, I do not recommend bringing Alba system in branded deck. If your reason it's because of its 4500 beat stick, to compensate branded maximum 3k attack monsters, you better of bringing Titaniclad, which I already suggested in the list, and also a Nibiru. You can make Titaniclad gain up to 4000 attack by sending Albas and Nibiru from deck with branded fusion, which I think it's enough against most meta deck. And if another reason is because of Alba system extra deck rip effect, most of the time it will not happening in typical branded deck, because branded specialty is to recover their cards back to their deck constantly. This effect is for Dogmatica deck because it's what they basically do, dumping out their extra deck monsters. Once again, do not craft this card for branded deck. Next, Fusion Duplication, a budget card that I suggest to bring. It's still amazing to this day in branded list. Whenever your branded fusion negated by Ash, and you open this card in your hand, you can just set it and pass the turn. Next turn, you can activate and duplicate branded fusion effects, continuing your combo from before. You can also do the same thing with Thrust if it's got negated by Ash Blossom. That's why we bring 3 Thrust in basic 45 cards list. Duplication also works with fusion deployment. I don't suggest this in Beginner's Guide because this card have better match with Triple Tactic Thrust, which is a UR card. Basically, you have 4 to 6 fusion duplication in your list, but it's preferable to get all the needed branded cards over this. And don't forget that Alba Lunatus is also a contact fusion summoning, allowing you to do this stuff. And that's all that I can share about branded deck. If you like it, please leave a like, subscribe and share it. I'll see you next time.